Okay, everyone's ready. Hello, thank you all for coming out today. My name is Trish Kittredge, and Marble Arvidson is my nephew. Today we would like to give you information from the Brattleboro Police regarding the ongoing investigation, an update on the search efforts that include how people can help, and a message from family and loved ones. Detective Beebe.
Hi. The Brattleboro Police Department, in cooperation and assistance from local, state, and federal agencies, continue to investigate Marble Arvidson's disappearance. This investigation is still being treated as a missing persons investigation. The Brat PD has been working closely with the Arvidson family to follow up and pursue any and all leads that come in. Since Arvidson was reported missing, the Brattleboro Police Department has placed his disappearance as a top priority. We have committed every available resource, which has exceeded well over 200 plus combined man hours, and will continue to do so. We ask that if anyone in the community has information regarding Arvidson's disappearance, please use any of the number of ways to contact us, which will be presented at the end of the press conference. Thank you.
As Marble Arvidson's aunt, I've been trying to coordinate and lead up the search efforts. So our search efforts have originated in the West Brattleboro, Vermont area in the vicinity of Marble's home where he was last seen. We have conducted initial searches of the roads, trails, and woodland areas around Marble's home. We continue to conduct door-to-door canvassing with flyers asking for information. We continue to set up information tables at the Brattleboro Food Co-op and the Chelsea Royal Diner. We have established a findmarble.org and a Facebook page dedicated to the efforts of finding Marble. It is at findmarble.org. Information can be sent to findmarble@gmail.com or can be mailed to Post Office Box 882, Brattleboro, Vermont, or by calling the Brattleboro Police at 802-257-7946 or Find Marble at 802-257-9111. I'd like to give Sigrid's mom an opportunity. Sorry, Marble's mom, Sigrid.
Hi. I am reading from a script. I'm Sigrid. I'm Marble's mom. Any of you who knows Marble and knows his wonderful sense of humor and his quick intelligence must miss his presence. So, he's a very loving, sensitive young man who's psyched about life and his future. Thank you so much for coming and helping members of the press, everybody, and also the community. It's beyond me, in English especially, to express my feelings of gratitude for your concerns at this time. This has been a difficult few months for the people of Brattleboro. Given recent events and your helping our family at this terrible time is appreciated very, very, very much. Marble, if you're listening to this, please know that you are missed. I love you very, 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 very much. Please come back. It's just terrible without you.
And some dear family friends who Marble has spent a significant time in his life with. Pat.
Hi, I'm Pat. My wife, Sue. Marble's been a bright spot in my life for 7 or 8 years. Marble, you're one of those rare individuals who are really good at heart. And you got a bright mind, and we all love you. And it's just that bright area now is dark, and I wish you would come back so it would be light again. What I really want to say is someone in Brattleboro knows what's going on. And in the name of just common decency, just let someone know what's going on so this situation can move forward. Thank you.
We love you, Marble.
Sir, can you be more specific about that? What does that mean? How do you know?
Someone in Brattleboro knows what's going on. This kid didn't drop off the face of the planet. Someone knows what happened. Someone knows what happened Saturday afternoon at 1:15 when he left the house. He was with somebody. Someone knows. I'm not saying they're nefarious, but someone knows. just come forward. Just, you know, I don't know who. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not saying it was bad behavior, but someone knows something. Marble did not leave the house and was spirited away. Someone knows.
That's all. Thank you.
I have several questions, and forgive me for getting caught up on the case just now. I guess, is it Lieutenant?
No.
Detective?
It's Detective Beebe.
Detective. Can you comment on the circumstances of when Marlboro was last seen? I heard there may have been a vehicle involved that he might have gotten into. I mean,
We don't have any information.
Step up to the mic,
Sure.
please?
We don't have any information like that. He went missing at his house around 2 on Saturday, and that's the last time he was seen.
2 in the afternoon?
2 p.m.
Okay, and he like left the house? I mean, what were the
The
circumstances?
circumstances is that they saw somebody come over, meet with him inside the house, didn't see him after that. That's all we have.
Just to clarify, I guess, there have been news reports that Marble was seen last entering into the woods. There's no confirmation of that. There was no indication that he was going off on a hike. There was no indication that he would leave and not return. Didn't appear to pack any bags. Left. There's been no indication of a problem in the area. So we have no idea if he got into a car, if he walked away, got on a bicycle, left on his own. I mean, it seemed that he left on his own accord with every intention of coming back. So we really know nothing more.
There were some reports that there was a note involved, that he left a note saying he'd come back in a half an hour. Is there any truth to that?
There was a note indicating that he was heading out and would be back shortly. Yes.
And that note was found that day?
He left it pinned on his door, which is common courtesy in the house where he lived, to let people know if he was heading out and the intentions.
And can you explain his current living situation? It wasn't actually with Mom?
No, I don't know that it's appropriate for here, but I think that it's important to know that he was surrounded by people that loved him and that he was in a living circumstance that supported his moving on in his life.
But he was under the age of 18, correct?
That is correct.
So was he under state capacity? Was he placed in this living area situation?
He was there with the knowledge of people who loved him. That's all.
Including state officials?
I'm not at a point where I don't think it's appropriate to discuss that here right now. The intent is to find Marble, and the people who lived with him, the people around him, the people who loved him, all want to find him and don't believe that he would just leave without coming back or letting us know.
There were reports that the note that he left said he was going on a walk. Can you confirm what
There was no indication of going on a walk in a note.
Okay.
Can you tell us what is in place for this weekend? You've got some sort of volunteer search going?
Yes, absolutely, and thank you. We do have an organized search effort going on this weekend with an attempt to, we're calling it a hike for a cause, find Marble. We're asking people to arrive at the Chelsea Royal Diner in West Brattleboro at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, where we're going to continue and maybe expand on the search from Marble's home, and additionally search an area that he was known to love and hike in the Hogback Mountain area.
And volunteers are welcome to come join that effort?
Volunteers are welcome. There are many tasks
Yes.
and jobs that need to be done. Some of that is handing out water, some of that is information. We do ask that anybody actively going on a search be 18 years old or older, and that they wear appropriate clothing and attire to support that. And that we'll provide maps, we'll have water, we'll have some refreshments, but resource them in teams so that they can be safe. It's hunting season, so I do ask that people who want to volunteer to be a part of the search do come and do that in a coordinated way. We want to make sure people are wearing vests. They're searching in an area where we've notified local fish and game and hunting officials so that we can make that as safe as possible.
And forgive me, ma'am, again,
Yep.
the time and place of you want people to come on Saturday?
The Chelsea Royal Diner in West Brattleboro on Route 9 at 9 o'clock in the morning. If people can come later and they can't be there at 9, they're welcome to show up later in the day, and we will not be searching into the dark. So,
Is this the first organized sort of search like this that you're doing?
it's the first publicly pushed organized search. We have been searching daily since he went, it was reported on Monday that he was gone and hadn't come back, and that Thursday we started actively searching other than pushing information on the internet, pushing information on the radio. The initial thought was if we pushed the information out, somebody would say, hey, oh, he came over here, he was here from the storm, we're working on getting back, we don't have power, we haven't had roads. And as that didn't occur, we started to actively search when it became safe after the flood. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you.